Welcome everybody to today's user group webinar. We have so much information. I'm Brenda Pierce and I've got Helen Triplett.
Hi everybody.
And we are excited today. We have a special speaker that you're going to hear from. We've got all kinds of great information. I'm going to try something new today. While we're still waiting for a few people to get on the line, I'm going to open up a poll. And I wanted to see, did it open up? Here we go. All right, so this is kind of new. So while we're waiting for people to join us, is your financial institution planning on transitioning to another online banking or mobile platform in 2020? Some of you guys know there's been a lot of talk, there's been a lot of transitioning happen. If you can just hit yes or no, or you don't know if you are planning on moving and transitioning. Also, if you do know where you're planning on transitioning, if you could just chat us where you're thinking about going. And the reason we want to know is let us know because we want to help you, because you know all transitions sometimes are very hard, and so let us help you make that transition smooth. So just do a shout out to Helen and her customer success team. Let them know if you're planning on transitioning, and that way we can help you and give you some helpful hints on how to make that transition smoother for you. Okay, thank you for participating. We're going to close this poll out, and we're going to move into today's presentation. Okay, so topics for today, like I said, we have a whole lot to cover. We're going to talk about color and what specifically how color and banner ads will help. So it's very interesting information. Then we're going to go in, move into Helen's hints. And then we have a special guest. We have Bethany on the line today from Jolt Credit Union. They just have transitioned they've rebranded their whole bank, and we've had a couple of you that are considering rebranding. And anyway, she's got some great information on rebranding and some tips for you guys. Then, of course, we're going to go into the award winners. We've got the Digital Marketing Campaign of the Month and the Digital Marketing Superstar of the Month. And we have some new holiday banners for you that we'll get. And at the very end, stay to the end, we're going to announce our holiday contest. So we've got a lot of information to share. So let's get going. Okay, first off, we last month we gave y'all some holiday banners, and we did a sneak peek and found that First Eagle. We did use these holiday banners as well as member focus. We got Evelina who used this, and same as Sabrina. So anyway, we have some other banners. So when you do use our banners, just send us a quick note and let us know, and we always like to know that you're using and finding our information helpful.
And also, if you've got some ideas that you would like to see in the banner library, just send that to our support@DeepTarget.com email, and we'll create some new ones and put them out there for you.
Yeah, because we're here to help you and make you successful. So also, I just want to say congratulations to Sabrina. She is back from maternity leave. We have a new addition to the Deep Target family, baby Moses. So anyway, big shout out to Sabrina. Welcome back from maternity leave. Okay, so today let's talk about color. And specifically, like for instance, Sabrina, you probably took a lot of time thinking about what color you wanted in your baby's nursery. Did you want it calm? Did you want excitement? You know, look around your office. What color did you paint your office? You know, all these have a psychological effect. So we're going to look at what each of these colors mean and how you can use it to your advantage, specifically in the Deep Target banners. Okay? So if we look here, yellow makes babies cry. So Sabrina, I hope you didn't paint that nursery yellow. We've got red. Red is a stop sign. Red makes warning, you know. Green is go. Yellow is caution. Blue is calmness, and if you and blue is like a favorite color. Okay, so we also, when you pick your color, you also have accent colors, and these can like if you notice your buy buttons, your learn more buttons, your apply now buttons. Yeah, if you notice, a lot of those are orange, red, and yellow. And that's because those all draw attention. And so when you have 2 seconds to capture someone's attention, you want to, use your colors wisely. And, in the past we've talked about words and how you don't want many words. Well, colors are just as significant in a banner ad. You've got an image your image is really important. Your color is very important. And so are your words. So anyway, here's just a psychologist say, when in doubt, choose blue. And so you can choose blue as your base, and then you can use those accent colors. But when in doubt, choose blue. Okay, so we have a lot of information here on color and then the complementary colors that go with it. I'm not going to go through all this, but this can be a resource for you to come back to and look at when you're, updating your banners. Okay, so blue is reliable, a sense of security, stability, loyalty, all things that a financial institution wants to be associated with, right? Black and white. A lot of times just having a black and white ad, that just jumps out,
And a lot of, some of you have asked us about using just black and white images and just doing like a pop of color. That's always a good approach to use for your banners. Yeah.
So just real quick, people's attention span's about 90 days, right? And then after that, they just don't see it anymore. So you want to refresh. That's why that refresh on your dashboard, every 90 days, you need to be refreshing those ads. So you could go from a black and white pop of color, and then 90 days you go to full color. That kind of stuff gets people's attention.
And also, in that same vein, you can have those evergreen campaigns that you run all year, and that's the thing. You don't have to change your campaign. You just might want to switch out your image or a font color or something like that. So those are our recommendations there.
Right, because your brain just over time, it just starts. You're just part of the clutter. So that's why you always want to have fresh banners. Okay, so again, we're going through these colors. You will have this at your fingertips. Red is urgency. It's a stimulant. That's why you want to learn more in red, but don't discount like your pinks and red. Look here, unexpected color combinations. This year, pink and red are hot. It was an unexpected color combination on the red carpet. So, don't discount these unexpected color combos, right? Okay, orange. Orange is another one that you may want to use.
And one of the things that you've seen probably us show that a lot of you are using campaigns that you have a time limit that you want. Where you're going to be advertising some kind of a prize, or you're going to be giving some kind of dollar amount or cash giveaway. You see a lot of those ads being orange, and why those are successful, because I don't want to say it's impulsive commitments, but it's something that you want somebody to respond to quickly.
Yeah, and it's attention grabbing, So again, it's just good to have this and to look back to see what colors. Green, what do you think of green? Money, right? So financial institutions, it's high quality, it's fresh, it stimulates harmony, it's money and prosperity. I mean, green is a great color, right?
Green is a great color, because of money, but it's also a great color because that's, you might want to use one of those if you want people to do things like e-statements, bill pays, all those kinds of things that you want people to go paperless. You might want to use that color.
That's right. And then again, a pop of color, here's some complementary colors. There's lots of them, but we just are making some suggestions that you may want to put with green and purple. And again, it's all about, choose the contrast, make it vibrant, make your ads exciting, and this is just a good way. So again, you will get all this information. So I'm running through this really quick, but here's a great chart that you may want to come back. It talks about the background color. So if you're choosing blue or pink or orange, what color will pop on top? So this, you can go back and you can look. So for instance, you take blue and red. If you look at the, can I show you right here? Blue background, red is not going to be good on top. But if you go blue background and go down to yellow, yellow is good. So this will just kind of help you be a guide. And again, it's a resource.
Or if you had a blue background, you put a white button on it with the red,
that's
that
different.
has the pop because that's got good on there. So
yeah, absolutely.
Different ways you can use that chart.
So color is really important and it's fun. Okay, so now we're going to move on from color into helpful hints and shadow font trick. Helen, what you got for us?
Okay. Many of you may use DeepTarget to add add preprinting first names or just building your banners from scratch. And there is a way within DeepTarget that you can get a shadow effect. So in this particular example, you see the Happy Holidays from DeepTarget. It's a white font, but it has like a black shadow behind it. And then the banner on the right at the very bottom, there's open a Christmas savings account that may not show very well here on the screen, but that's white with yellow behind it. And so the intent there was to make it look like it's glowing a little bit. And it's like, how do you achieve these effects using the DeepTarget application? So the first way to do that is you go and you create your text, put it where you want it, and use your dials to position it, and then choose the color that's going to be the top color. So in this instance, we're going to have white as the top color, okay? And then you create that exact same text again. So you're going to put another text box on it. You're going to position exactly on top of where you had the other one. And in this example, we're using black. So that's going to be my shadow color. So that's sitting right on top of that. So on the next slide, so then what you want to do is go down to that drop-down box that's over there by your text settings, and you want to put the one that's going to be the shadow. You want to give it a lower priority, so you're going to use those arrows to push that down below the top one. And then what you're going to do is go back to the one that you have for your shadow, which was the black one, and then use those dials to move that black one just over 1 pixel or 2 pixels, up, down, around, or however, whichever way you want your shadow to appear. And so that's just a quick way that you can get that shadow effect. And I didn't know if many of you knew how to do that, but I thought this might be a good topic today. And since we're doing holiday banners, we wanted to show a little bit of some little tricks that we have here.
Okay, great. Okay, so now we've been through color and we've been through shadow tricks, how to make your banners. Now we want to move into a case study. And this is a great case study. And Bethany, we want you to join us and make sure we got you on the phone.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, great. And, one thing we wanted to talk with Bethany about to talk to Bethany today, because she is a fabulous example of how a true marketing organization can work. I mean, she's going to be talking about branding. She's going to be talking about what they did in their branches, what they did on their credit cards, how they did the whole effect all the way through the DeepTarget ads. And I just need to shout out to her for her just wonderful job that she did.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you'll see, and as Bethany will talk, you'll see this is not something that is not thought through. This is a year-long process when you're looking at rebranding. So anyway, we wanted to start out with Bethany. She's the VP of Marketing at Jolt. And this is their website, and we just want to point out from where they went, and Bethany's going to go into detail. They tweaked their colors. They have graphical, some graphics elements that they use throughout all of their marketing, and it just looks fantastic. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Bethany, and you tell us about your rebranding and how you came about and how it's gone and all that information.
Sure. Well, hello, everyone. So happy to be on the call today. I'll start with where we started. We were Catholic Federal Credit Union, and it was a name that served the credit union very well for over 60 years. We were facing flat membership and an aging membership. The general public believed that they had to be Catholic to be a member, and we were exclusive instead of inclusive to our community. And we were not brand consistent. And a lot of our media and marketing, we would say our message, and then we would say you didn't have to be Catholic to join. So we needed new members. We needed to grow. Changing a name, especially one so closely tied to the Catholic Church, was very difficult, and it wasn't made lightly. So we were also at that same time, we were working with our to move over to a state charter. And so when we were communicating that to our members, we also let them know that we were evaluating our name, since we knew it would be a sensitive topic. And if we were going to have to remove the word federal, we were calling it the F word, what, greater time than to make a rebrand and to change our name, because of the expense. The removing federal would pretty much touch everything in the credit union. So again, our evolution was with getting our potential members to join. So we interviewed 3 different firms who we wanted to work with, and we picked Strum. They were previously Weber Marketing Group, and we surveyed. We had 95% of our staff, board, and management participated in a brand survey about what they felt the culture was at the credit union, who we were. We also had some member volunteers in there. What were opportunities and challenges. And then we decided, really had a deep discussion about what we wanted our name to sound and look like. As Catholic Federal Credit Union, we were constantly getting abbreviated to CSCU. We wanted a short name that would not, where we would not have to deal with that. And our culture is, we're very bold. We've got a lot of energy. We wanted to have that in our name. We wanted it to be easy to say and spell, welcoming, and to definitely stand out. In the Great Lakes Bay region in Michigan, we're heavily saturated with banks and credit unions, so we didn't want to play it safe. We felt like we had played it safe by staying Catholic, so if we were going to do this, we were all in. And we also wanted something that was going to provide strong storytelling.
Okay.
So it did take a, go ahead.
Yeah. No, tell us about this timeline and how long it took, because this isn't something that you just, this is something that y'all really worked hard on before you started, and then it took a while after, right?
Sure. From start to finish, it was a year process. And during that process, we were, again, we gave our members, pre-communication that we were thinking about, that this is something that we were evaluating. And it really worked out with the state charter process that a lot of the communication went out to them, that they were keep getting updated. So the trademark process with changing the name is highly confidential. It's a lot longer process than what you think it's going to be if you haven't been through it. And so when we got our official approval on our trademark, we let our members know in March that we were going to be changing our name. And there was still some red tape in there, so we couldn't announce it until May. Our staff found out a couple days before our members. And then we had a big staff reveal event. They found out a couple days before the membership. Our staff were just delighted. They wanted the credit union to grow and to continue to be successful. So they couldn't have been happier with the news that we were changing our name. The majority of our members understood the reason why. It's not a secret that there's a decrease in Catholics, across the country. And we did have some members that were sensitive to it, but again, they did understand why we needed to change our name. So again, start to finish, it was a year. Our brand promise is giving it all we've got every day and everywhere, and we truly do live that. All of our branding and all of our marketing, it's very action oriented in our pictures. You can see with some of the on the next slide, some of the messages that we have behind Jolt, because when you just hear the name Jolt, it doesn't tell the full story. And it really is the brand message. Jolt is the spark that fuels our loyalty to our members and our staff, and it's the power that keeps our efforts surging along. It really empowers everyone to break out from the ordinary. And these aren't things that are new with Jolt. This was our culture as Catholic Federal, and with the rebrand, it really gave us the opportunity to bring these things forward and to be more present with who we were. So now that we've been Jolt since June 3rd, that was our rollout date, we've seen a 30% increase in new households across the credit union, and increases in products and services, especially auto loans, checking, and Visa. Here are some of our marketing pieces. Everything that we do, I feel like the brand police, everything is consistent with the colors we're using. We have orange and blue were our colors before. We made some modifications. We wanted to stay in that in that color family, but we have some circles that we've added. But everything is very consistent with our messages. So with some of our advertising, we're able to use it without the logo. Our branches really needed an overhaul. So this project just got wrapped up in September. So everything that is member facing really got brand color. It's more welcoming, warmer. We had a lot of clutter around the credit union. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. We made a virtual, how we wanted things to look. And again, just a lot of it is really night and day with how it looks in the credit union. So
yeah,
can't stress enough. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, so, and then here we have some Deep Target before banners and then after banners. So you can see how your colors have just been tweaked, maybe more warm and inviting.
So DeepTarget is an amazing partner if you're not utilizing the calls. Helen and the team, we've been working with them since 2017 when we went through a technology upgrade, and they are, so proactive with giving us, tactics if our ads aren't performing well, like what we can do to improve it. Using digital channels is really, you need to do it to be reinforcing your brand. We have such a high percentage of our members that are virtual members and never come into a branch. So this is like our number one tool that we use, DeepTarget, so that way we're reaching them. And we use everything from products and services to also it was a really good opportunity to share information about our name change and about our brand and who Jolt was. And the dashboard, that's really something for DeepTarget. I love when I log in, I can see how everything's performing and what needs to get adjusted. So this is a great item that very easy to use, and it's a wonderful thing that we're able to use at the credit union.
Okay, great, thank you. And look at these ads, and you did a bunch of all-in ads, and here's some. What do you call them, Helen, when they go across the board?
Would you
engagement ads?
Engagement and cross-selling, but also, just you can see through, all the attentiveness that they've done for everything.
Yes.
That there's a continuum in all channels, whether it's print, whether it's digital, whatever. Everything, has got that nice brand to it, and it's got that same feel. So I think that's just, it's lovely, and it's incredible.
And so these are just telling the whole audience, hey, we're changing our name. Hey, we are all in. Kick it up a notch. Check that out. It's a fall feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in fall now, and so y'all have done just a great job for detail. And it's, what did they say? Devil is in the details,
mm-hmm.
right? So anyway, Bethany, and I want to say, Bethany said that if you are considering a rebranding, or if you have any questions for Bethany, she is willing to take your calls. So here is her information right here. So Bethany, any closing words before we move on?
It's an incredible journey to be on with a rebrand, and feel free to reach out to me if it's something that you're considering, and thanks for the opportunity to share our story today.
Oh, absolutely. We are so glad. Y'all did a fantastic job. Again, thank you. Kudos to you and your team and staff. It just looks wonderful. So thank you, Bethany.
Thank you.
So now we're going to move into DeepTarget Awards. We've got 2 awards. So announcing now the campaign of the month. Are you ready? Drum roll.
And this month, it's going to Eglin Federal Credit Union. And the reason why this one was chosen, they've got great KEI, but this particular ad they have running for pre-approved loans and for just anyone to see an auto loan. So they're pre-approved loans, which they call the PAL. So let's go for a ride. Your PAL is ready. So that one had, just incredible response.
Yeah.
But when we look through the click-through rates for these particular ads, the overall click-through rate was 2.96%, but the pre-approved loan was 3.74, and the other is 1.54. Those are incredible.
Those are incredible. And let me just insert here, when you have a 1% right here, that is good. I mean, that is great, a 1%. These guys are blowing it away. 3.74, 2.96 is almost unheard of.
And these are the numbers just for September. Actually, as it has been running through the course of October, the click-through rate's even higher, but we wanted to, limit it to what was going on last month. But if you look at that, you can see their influence conversions were 159. So that means 159 new accounts were open, after having seen these ads.
So they had a busy month, right? And something else we're going to come back to, but see this lovely dog? We're going to come back to what influence animals have on banners. So stay tuned for that, because we think that having a dog in the picture will up your click-through rate. Isn't that funny? But it's the simple things. It's color. It's look, red. Now you guys are going to start looking at red, and when you're looking at billboards and stuff, you're going to start looking at all the color. But anyway, congratulations to Adam and Rocky. Very well done. Yeah, very well done. Okay, all right. So now we have another winner who is a digital marketing superstar.
And our digital marketing superstar this month is Melissa Good and Joanne Bisson at Trademark Federal. And we'll be having some more information on them next month, but they had an incredible KEI of 18, and they had really good click-through rates on some ads, and we want to showcase those next month.
Anyway, they won this month. Next month we want to do a case study on them, because we want to show you all their ads and give you guys some great examples of things maybe to do in advance. But anyway, this is awesome. Look how many leads.
That's a tremendous amount of leads. Man,
they are going crazy over there. Okay. All right. So again, let me just say one more time, we're here to help you. We want you to be successful. We bring you these case studies like Bethany. We had several customers come to us, and they're talking about rebranding. So when we said, let's have Bethany give her story so that can help. Here we have Ohio Valley Bank, and I love this. Why not take advantage of having a dedicated expert in your corner? That's what we're here for. Helen and her team love to do these customer success, because we want to see you successful. And sometimes just tweaking a color, tweaking an image. I mean, let us help you.
Our goal is to, make sure that we touch everybody at least once a year.
Yeah.
So, I know that this is kind of a hard time to get things scheduled, but, if you've got 30 minutes to spare, this is a great, service that we offer, and we're excited to be able to do that for you.
Absolutely. Like, take Sabrina, for instance. She just came back from maternity leave. She reached out to us this week about the Halloween banners. And we want to make it easier for you to do your job. Jordan Parker, this is the first time he's been on one of our calls. Jordan, we want you to sign up for one of these customer success meetings. This is what we're here for. So if it's a 30-minute meeting, we go through your data. So we're looking and we're helping you plan. We're helping you tweak what you're doing so that you can get better and better results. And so just email Helen at success@DeepTarget.com, and we'll get that scheduled.
And I do want to mention too, there are a couple of email addresses out there that you can email. If you want to schedule your call, send it to success@DeepTarget.com. If you have a question about the product or have a support issue, send those to support@DeepTarget.com. We have people that are overlapped on both of those mailing lists, but we really want to make sure that, we're getting, you pointed to the right place.
Right. And again, if you have a question, there's probably 10 other financial institutions that have that same question. So let us answer it. And if you have ideas for us to, for these webinars, send those to us, because we're here to help you. Okay, so real quick, here's some new holiday banners. If you decide that you want to use these will be loaded up
by the end of the week.
By the end of the week, so that's tomorrow, right? So we'll have them all loaded up by tomorrow. If you use them, send them to us, and we'll highlight you in the next webinar, okay? And here's the fun. Okay, so in December is when we're going to highlight all of our
Award winners for the last year.
Yeah, for the last year. We're going to look back at everything, and it's just a fun webinar in December. So you have a chance to win an Amazon Fire. You just have to send your ads in to success@deeptarget.com by December 13th.
And these are your holiday ads. So
yeah.
I know many of you have already had your ads out there at least
we've been looking
this entire month.
Right.
And, you know, I've seen skip-a-pays and special holiday rates and different things. Go ahead and send those to us. You know, I mean, we can go out there and look around, but we really would like you to submit, you know, the ads that you like the best.
I mean, you work hard, so send them in, and heck, you get a chance to win, and we'll highlight you in our December webinar. Okay, so thank you. We had a lot to cover today.
I think, you know.
Anything, closing remarks, Helen?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so again, sign up for your success meeting. It's a 30-minute meeting, and you'll get I guarantee you will get lots of good advice. And if not, you get to talk to Helen and her team, and they're great people, okay? All right, well, listen, y'all have a fantastic month. We will see you again next month. And thank you for your call today. Thank you for being on, and you have a happy Thursday.